Hey guys, Jonathan here, and Lego sent me the brand new Simpsons Krusty Burger set to review. This set has 1,635 pieces, will retail for $230, and comes with 7 all-new brand new Simpsons minifigs, each with molded heads, and basically brings the Simpsons back into the world of Lego. The last set like this that we got was in May of 2015 with the Quickie Mart, and 1 year before that we got the Simpsons house. Beyond that, we just got some CMFs as well as the Lego Dimension sets, but it's been about 10 years since we've had anything Lego Simpsons on the shelf, so without further ado, let's get into it and start breaking down this set for the brand new season of 2025. We'll take a look at the sign up first. It's really interesting the way that they built it. Of course, the Krusty and Burger are stickers, as are the tongue, mouth, and the 2 horrifying eye pieces. All of Krusty's hair pieces around there are brand new recolors for this set, which is really nice, and I think that that translated well. Then moving down to street level, we have the out sign, because this, of course, is supposed to go near the street for where the cars drive in and out of the Krusty Burger. Then, of course, we have Homer's car, which has been reduxed to be the Krusty version. It's a very, very solid build. We do have stickers on the side to make it the clown version of the car, as well as some damage to the front there, and a Krusty set of stickers on the front as well. The trunk does open up, so there's some storage back there. And, of course, we can fit minifigures inside, as you see here. So the outside of the Krusty Burger is really awesome the way that it's built. I want to give it a quick spin around before we take a look at the details up close, but every side has a little something different going on, and there are a lot of stickers to add to the liveliness. We do have a little drop box here with Krusty's face on it, as well as over 12 served, open 24 hours on the front door. We'll actually drive through the way that the cars would, because we've got the in sign, so the car should drive around the back of the building here, where we have some stickers here. Vote Sideshow Bob for mayor. We've got the rake there. We've got the El Bart's signature graffiti landmark there. The Krusty Burglar being missing on the side. Meat-like byproduct delivery entrance, which this door does open and leads directly into the kitchen, where we'll look soon. We have all kinds of chemical overflow coming from the fryer in the back here. And then, of course, we have the Krusty Burger ordering area, where we've got the little talk box. We've got stickers for Krusty Burger and his face and his hands holding the framing here. And, of course, you can see the prices aren't too bad. A Krusty Burger for 59 cents. The only thing is you got to think about the toxic Krusty Burger that you would be ingesting by eating here. But I do love that you can get all of the above for $39, which is way more money than if you just bought everything individually. But hey, we are talking about Krusty here. So then we move over to the front, where we've got these windows that can open so that, you know, the drive-thru, you could hand your food through the drive-thru, and then one of these, like, medians here has been completely messed up and is off to the side, which is cool. Then, of course, we can open those front doors to be able to access the inside, and the entire thing opens up, too, so we can lift the roof off and then open it up to see the inside, which opens from the back like this. And now we have the sprawling inside of the Krusty Burger to look at all the details in. But I'll just give you the quick once over here. And then, of course, we'll close it up again so you can see how easy that works. We can move the camera up so you can see what the interior is supposed to look like. And then, of course, the roof can go back on here, and there is roof access if we open that piece up, but then you just lift the AC unit up, and we're back inside. So let's take a closer look there now. So we'll start where all the magic happens, and this is in the kitchen. Now, there's 2 halves to the kitchen, because it gets split apart when we open it, kind of like the Quickie Mart, but I do love the grill here, the industrial grill sticker with the boxing glove, definitely playing homage to Mike Tyson. Then we've got some burgers being served up here. I love you could tell which one is a little bit more affordable there when we look at the prices that are being rung up. $847 at Krusty Burger. Wow. But that's very cool, the way that everything's set up. We have some water coolers back there, an ice cream dispenser, and, of course, Krusty Burger Inc. Coleslaw, best by February 1994. So that's pretty funny. There's studs for your minifigs to stand on. Then as we move into the dining room area, you can see that these are actually trays that sit on top of the table. So you can move the trays around. And then we've got gold claw pieces that represent French fries. We've got the crusty rib sandwich there, the rib witch. We've got a little drink here and a ball pit in Krusty's Kids Zone where they put all of those like little Lego pieces in there that It's kind of hard to access, honestly, but it is kind of interesting. I think that's our first ever Lego, like, McDonald's play place type thing going on. Then we have a big booth in there, which if you just take a second to admire the beauty of how the curvature of that works, it was really fun to build and watch come to life. We have a little trash can there with some condiments over by the door. Then as we move over here, we've got an advertisement for the Rib Witch on the wall, as well as the bathroom, which opens up for the minifigs to be able to walk inside. But we also have the Krusty brand notice board, change the fryer oil, slide whistle lessons, of course, referencing to Sideshow Bob. Unpaid overtime sign up, now mandatory. But this entire wall comes out so that we can see the bathroom inside. It is very cramped, but I think designedly so. You can see that there's no toilet paper left, the toilet's overflowing, and we've got an employee's must wash hands on the wall there of a cracked mirror and a little hand dryer on the wall, which is interesting. Then really the final thing about the interior is this side of the kitchen where we have our Buzz Cola drink dispensers, we've got a microwave there, and we've got our next order, 700 Krusty Burgers. Whoa, that's a lot of Krusty Burgers, and that's a lot of clogged arteries if you ask me. But this wall can go back into place here, and then the final thing to really look at inside are the prices on the wall here. Which, you know, again, all things considered, the prices aren't too crazy here. You get a free slide whistle. Once again referencing Sideshow Bob. And overall, I do like it quite a bit here. And yeah, it's a really detailed interior. I think that it packs in just as much detail interior as something like the Quickie Mart, but does so with less space inside, which is interesting. And I think people are going to find this really interesting because it is a very expensive set. But is it $230 expensive? Well, I'll leave that for you guys to discuss in the comments, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. Our first minifig is Homer Simpson, and keep in mind, guys, the Simpsons minifigs have not been around in a decade, so it is really cool to see them back. Of course, every Simpsons character has a uniquely molded head just for them, and Homer is no exception. I love the dual molded arms on this that give us his short white sleeves and yellow arms down below. And of course, the torso is about what you'd expect. This time around, though, having some stains from eating a Krusty Burger and being a little messy with it. He's also got a little drink here. I like what they did using the super jumper for the superheroes that we see so often in those Marvel and DC CMFs and all that as the straw, and overall, Homer is great. Bart is about what you would expect, too. They didn't really do anything too terribly new or unexpected with him. The dual-molded legs returning are definitely nice. He's got his little slingshot there, and from what I can tell, I have a comparison video coming out of every Simpsons minifig ever, as well as comparing all the minifigs from the sets, so lots of Simpsons content coming to the channel here soon. But it does appear that Bart, Homer, Lisa, they've all got brand new head molds that are not the same as before in the sense that they probably retooled them, but the shade of yellow is slightly, and I mean slightly different. So something interesting to note and definitely cool. Lisa is back in this set too. I really like the textile they used there for her skirt piece. She has dual molded legs just like her brother, this time being red and yellow. She's got her little saxophone there, and the head is a lot closer to the CMF version of Lisa from all those years ago with the fully open eyes, whereas the version we got of Lisa in the Simpsons house, her eyes are like halfway closed and she's kind of making an expression on her face, but definitely cool to get her back because she was not in the Quickie Mart, so definitely nice to have her here. Alright, now we're getting into our truly brand new characters and variants, of course, the first being Krusty. Now, Krusty is really interesting that they went with a version of him from the Mother Nature burger commercial, where he's kind of dressed like a farmer and is trying to sell the new burgers that are probably not all that much healthier than the regular Krusty Burgers, but getting those dual molded arms with that powder blue color up top is really nice. The farmer's hat is great. Of course, it's not removable. It's molded into his head, and his hair's kind of tucked under that hat as well. He's got a pitchfork here, and not too terribly much else to say beyond that, but the torso will be great for making customs of characters that wear overalls, so overall, pretty nice figure. Alright, up next we have the squeaky voice teen, who works really well. I think he translated into Lego great. No leg printing or anything here. In fact, I don't think anybody got leg printing beyond the kids having dual molded legs. But it is very nice to get those dual molded arms here with that kind of lime green up top and yellow on bottom. I guess everybody has short sleeves in this set except for Lisa, who doesn't have any sleeves. I would say that these arms are new, but we'll see on Sideshow Bob here in just a minute that he got those same arms as well, so Lego definitely did a good job there. And overall, really nice figure and definitely a cool inclusion so that we have a true worker for Krusty Burger in this set. Up next, we have Officer Lou, who is a really nice compliment to having Chief Wiggum from all those years ago. So now they can ride in style around Springfield. And the arms on this are great with that blue up top on the sleeves. Love the torso, great for customs as we always talk about. Then of course that brand new molded head is great as well, and he's got a little coffee cup as his accessory. And finally, and perhaps the most surprising inclusion for me, is Sideshow Bob. Given his history in The Simpsons, I am genuinely shocked, and I mean genuinely shocked, that he made it into a Lego set, but it's very cool. I love what they did with the hair piece there, with all the bubbling in the hair. It looks great. Like I said, he does have those same dual-molded arms as the squeaky voice team, and of course, that torso is brand new as well. But yeah, really, really cool figure. It would have been neat if he came with a slide whistle, but I don't think Lego's going to make a slide whistle because, I don't know, I just can't see it being used in any sets beyond this, but it's referenced plenty in the set, so at least we got that. But yeah, Sideshow Bob, very, very surprising inclusion, but definitely cool to have him here. Alright guys, let me know what you think of the Krusty Burger. I do think it's interesting that even adjusted for inflation, this is still cheaper than the previous two sets. However, it is worth noting that having 7 brand new minifigs, all with brand new head molds that are probably exclusive to this set for all intents and purposes, are really going to help keep that price kind of high. I do feel like this would be an awesome set at like $200, but I also think it's the kind of thing that I don't want to say it's obscure, but like it's not the Simpsons house, and to some extent it's not even the Quickie Mart, so I am curious about how well this is going to sell. Again, not that it's a bad set, not even that people aren't going to like it, I just think that the price point for what it is going to have a lot of people go, rather than, oh my god, I have to have this day one. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thanks again to Lego for sending this my way to review, and I'll see you guys on the next video.